Also tonight, there are hundreds of people here in Western New York right now waiting for life-saving organ transplants. And did you know doctors say many people can donate a kidney and still live a healthy, normal life?
Yeah, it's called being a living donor, and it's considered the gold standard of kidney donation. Tonight, we're taking a full look at what this all means. You're going to hear from a number of voices here, including a kidney donor, the woman who received that kidney, and a doctor at ECMC working to grow their living donor program.
Yeah, that's right, and all new tonight, this is the story of a Buffalo woman whose life was saved by a stranger, and why that stranger says she decided to help out.
Here's our 7 News anchor, Katie Morris.
Former strangers, now buddies for life, connected by a life-saving organ.
Just a selfless act. You can't explain it. Just unbelievable.
Only a few months ago, Georgina Provenzano and Lynn Cavey were living separate lives. Georgina in Buffalo, a member of the Bills Mafia. Lynn in Wisconsin, a Packers fan, of course. But about 18 months ago, Georgina's life took a major turn.
I was feeling very fatigued, couldn't get warm. Something wasn't right.
The normally healthy 40-year-old who lived with diabetes most of her life saw her doctor and got news she couldn't believe.
I was diagnosed with stage 5 kidney disease and was told that I was going to need a kidney transplant. It took some time to absorb what was really happening.
Stage 5 means Georgina's kidneys were already failing. You can wait years if you get on a transplant list, and she knew she needed a kidney as soon as possible.
I saw that people would post ads or, bumper stickers, anything to find if there were people who were willing to be organ donors.
So she took to social media, posting her story in this Kidney Donor Wanted Facebook page. Within a day, she got a message from Lynn.
I reached out to her and I said, I want to help you. So the rest is history.
An avid blood donor, donating a kidney is something Lynn says has always been on her radar.
And I always thought, that's something I can do. If I'm healthy and I'm fortunate enough to be healthy, why not share your spare?
She was just waiting for the right time and the right person. She says something about Georgina's post stood out to her.
I really wanted to know the person and I wanted to know their story. I wanted it to be personal.
I just couldn't believe it. Just a complete stranger. And they said that she's a match, we're going to move forward.
Both women underwent months of testing apart from one another. Finally, in May,
is that Lynn?
they met in person at the Buffalo airport.
Oh, so good to see you.
The women had more testing done here at ECMC, where their transplant was done in July. And the director of the program tells me there is a real need in Western New York for more living donors like Lynn.
The living donor kidney is really the best kind of kidney somebody can get. Our mission right now is to really focus on expanding living donation and helping people find those possibilities of having donors.
Dr. Lise Kaler runs ECMC's program and did Lynn's surgery. She tells me there are upwards of 500 people waiting for kidneys right now in Western New York. Finding a living donor means they can get a kidney faster, which means they're often healthier when they have surgery.
You don't have to wait on the waiting list to, sometimes many years to get a kidney. We tell recipients, get the word out. I'm actually impressed with the Buffalo community because there have been a lot of altruistic donors who have come forward without even knowing the recipient in order to help them.
After surgery, most donors live the same life they did before. So how are Georgina and Lynn doing? After interviewing them before their surgery in July, I caught up with them again earlier this month. How did both of your recoveries go and how are you feeling?
I feel great. My recovery, I was only in the hospital about 3 days. I noticed the difference as soon as I woke up in the ICU, to be honest. Just the energy in your whole body just feels different. I mean, I was sleeping probably 18, 22 hours a day. Now I'm not even taking a nap.
I feel great. It was about 5 weeks of just a little sore and discomfort. In the 6th week, it was all gone. It was like I was right back to normal.
They're both in their respective home cities now, but have plans to get together again soon, despite their football rivalry.
Lynn made this and I got her that Bills shirt. The cheese, I'm a cheese fan.
A small part of you is.
They hope their story encourages others to think about saving a life.
It is the most wonderful rewarding experience that I've ever had, and I still, to this day, I get very emotional when I think about it, when I hear how well she's doing. It's so rewarding to know that I could do that for her.
And it's just a gift that you can't explain. You know, there's so many healthy people out there, and then there's so many sick people that, you know, I don't think the healthy people realize like what they can do for somebody who's really sick. And it's a blessing.
There are hundreds of Western New Yorkers in the same position Georgina was in right now. In fact, take a look at these faces. This is David from Lockport, Michael from Cheektowaga, Larry from Buffalo, just to name a few. They're some of the people in our area who are looking for kidney donors. I put more information on how you can learn about being a living donor and also learn more about these people in need right now at WKBW.com. We're a voice for Western New York. Katie Morse, 7 News.